Hey, welcome back. It's Jason Walter here. As the spring home buying season is approaching, housing inventory in the US is at its lowest level in nearly 40 years, and this is causing a housing crisis with home prices surging. The last time housing inventory was this low was 1982. As of the end of February, there were only 1.07 million units for sale. This equates to only 1.8 months of housing inventory. The reason why this is so significant is the fact that this is just below the record low of 1.7 months of housing inventory, and that was set in December 2020 and January 2021. In order to have a more balanced real estate market between home buyers and home sellers, we need approximately 6 months of housing inventory, not 1.8 months. The last time we had a more balanced real estate market was way back in 2012. So in other words, we've had a seller's market, meaning more buyers than home sellers, for about 9 years now. So the big question is, what is needed in order to have a more balanced real estate market? Well, the answer is we need 2.4 million homes to be listed for sale right now to have a 6-month supply of homes and therefore a balanced real estate market. In other words, we have a long way to go and we need more houses to be listed for sale to increase our housing inventory. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing the latest stats with you regarding inventory, home prices, home sales, and much, much more. And before we get started, please hit the like button. I greatly appreciate that. And also consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. I post videos about how this pandemic is affecting our housing market. Thank you so much for doing that. And let's go ahead and dive right into the video with some more stats regarding housing inventory. Here's something I found to be mind-boggling because the lack of houses available for sale is seen across almost every single metro in the entire country. For example, only 4 out of 381 metro areas had more active listings in March 2021 compared to 1 year ago. The only 4 metros that had an increase of active listings year over year were Odessa, Texas, Urban Honolulu, Midland, Texas, and Harrisonburg, Virginia. In addition, almost every single metro experienced a decline of active listings by double digits, with many declining by over 40 to 50% or more. St. George, Utah led the pack with a whopping 82% drop of active listings year over year. That's followed closely by Lawrence, Kansas, Provo, Utah, Rapid City, South Dakota, and Austin, Texas. Part of the reason why housing inventory is so low is that homes are selling at a faster pace than active listings in 70% of the metro areas. In other words, the demand is exceeding the supply of houses available for sale in 70% of the metros, and that equates to 265 out of 381 metro areas in the US. Compare that to March 2020, and only 42 of the metros had more pending sales than active listings. In March 2019, there were only 10. Because there's such a high demand of houses and a lack of houses available for sale, home prices have been going up. So according to Realtor.com, as of March, 64% of metro areas had double-digit year-over-year listing price appreciations. Coeur d'Alene, Idaho led the pack with a jaw-dropping 77% year-over-year increase in their median listing price. Let that sink in, a 77% increase in 1 year. However, not all areas in the US are experiencing home prices increase, right? So Muncie, Indiana was at the bottom of the list because their median listing price dropped by almost 40%. As I mentioned on the channel a million times, one of the reasons why housing inventory is so low right now is that home builders have not ramped up their construction enough. Part of the reason for this is the fact that building material costs have skyrocketed, so let me share some recent stats with you. The National Association of Home Builders announced a couple of days ago that prices for goods used in residential construction have increased 9.8% over the past 12 months. What I found very interesting in this article is the fact that prices for construction materials have started to increase even before this pandemic begun. In fact, prices for construction materials have declined only twice since December 2019. And for the second consecutive month in a row, prices for steel products have reached all-time highs. In addition, lumber prices have also reached a record high for the second consecutive month. And the index for gypsum building materials such as drywall is up by almost 7%. With these sky-high prices, it's causing some builders to hit the pause button on construction because permits pulled and housing starts have decreased recently. However, there may be a small glimmer of hope for homebuyers out there because I noticed that Redfin reported last Friday that asking prices and pending sales flattened for 400 plus metro areas during the 4-week period ending April 4th. This may suggest that homebuyer demand and sale prices may be peaking. In the meantime, home sale prices and asking prices of houses listed for sale both reached an all-time high. However, take a look at this graphic of the asking price of new listings this year compared to 2019. This year, prices have skyrocketed, but look at the trend over the past few weeks. It appears the asking prices are flattening out somewhat. Also, have a look at pending home sales this year versus 2019. In 2019, pendings increased all the way up until June. But over the past couple of weeks this year, pendings have started to flatten. In addition, mortgage purchase applications decreased 5% week over week. However, if you're a home buyer right now, I don't want to give your hopes up, right? Because this is currently a short-term trend. Will it become a long-term one? Stay tuned on the channel. I'll keep you posted. Redfin's chief economist had a really good quote that I wanted to share with you. And it read that sellers' asking prices may be starting to flatten in what so far appears to follow a typical seasonal pattern. But we'll see about that. And the drop in mortgage purchase applications tells me that some buyers are dropping out due to the lack of affordable homes for sale. If these trends continue, we can feel more assured that we're not in the midst of runaway home price speculation or a housing bubble. In the meantime, according to Redfin, 46% of the homes that went under contract had an accepted offer within 1 week of hitting the market. That's an all-time high and up from 30% during the same period a year earlier. In addition, homes on average are selling for 100.5% of the seller's asking price, which is also an all-time high. And to give you a quick mortgage interest rate update, the average for a 30-year fixed rate mortgage is approximately 3.3%, and that's down from the 52-week high of 3.45% according to the Mortgage News Daily. If you enjoyed watching this video, please hit the like button. I greatly appreciate that, and also consider subscribing as well. You also can follow me on Instagram. I'm Sacramento Realtor. Hope you have an awesome day and look forward to seeing you on the next video.